From the east, house of light, may wisdom dawn in us, so we may see all things in clarity. From the north, house of night, may wisdom ripen in us, so we may know all from within. From the west, house of transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action, so we may do what must be done. From the south, house of the eternal sun, may right action reap the harvest, so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, house of heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, house of earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. Ayum Hunab Gu Eva Maya E Ma Ho. Ayum Hunab Gu Eva Maya E Ma Ho. Ayum Hunab Gu Eva Maya E Ma Ho. All hail the harmony of mind and nature.
It's just different.
I am the world changer, coded by the blue storm. My number is 19, the power of all number. I am the master alchemist, the force behind the philosopher's stone. Skilled at the art of transmutation. I am the catalytic transformer of world consciousness and planetary living. I oversee the changes of the weather. I am the thunder that shatters your world systems. I am the transport of clouds filled with lightning to illuminate the truth behind your illusions. I am the bringer of the drenching rains that purifies, fies. It was I who caused the triple Aztec monuments of the Avatar archetype to appear in the ancient temple grounds. I oversee the morning and the evening stars. I behold the creator of the fifth sun, the present world. Sent forth am I to dwell among you, calling forth the sixth sun. For the great regeneration of the world's soul, to know me is to know your own power of self-generation. To know me is to know your own power of self-generation. Self-generation is power. I am the transport of clouds filled with lightning to illuminate the truth behind your illusions. I am the bringer of the drenching rains that purifies, fies.
All right, greetings and in Lakesh. Welcome to another very powerful Living Abundantly in the New Time. My name is Neb Teharka Kanishkawak, and I am the founder and chancellor of a phenomenal school called the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment. And so we have some phenomenal things in place, some advanced techniques in terms of science and spirituality, but we're able to use the law of time, the laws of nature, and whole mind concepts to advance us in this physical experience we call our life on earth. So I am very grateful to be here and to share this with you because we are truly moving from the information age into the telepathic age of our experience. Before we really get going, I want to handle some announcements and some acknowledgments real quick to the source of all creation, the Galactic Federation, the Foundation for the Law of Time, the Jewel University of Immortal Sciences, Star Elders, Ancestors, Master Teachers, Indigenous Elders, and the Mimic Priesthood. Special acknowledgments goes to Tainetta Muhammad of the Nation of Islam, Kin 67, Balloon Botan, Jose Arguelles, the closer of the cycle of 2012, and the original founding member of the Foundation for the Law of Time, Kin 11, Red Queen, Stephanie South, the current director of the Foundation for the Law of Time, Kin 185, and then High Priestess Ma'at and Makaru Amen, who is the High Priestess of the Mimic Priesthood, Kin 242, Dr. Jewel Pookrum of the Jewel University of Immortal Sciences, and she is the Chancellor and Founder, and Kin number 210, and Wanique Kimi Tahuti Shabazz, also known as Vazak Photon, the opener of the new cycle, Kin 86, for a combined kin of 21, the Red Galactic Dragon. All right, we're going to be talking about today guides and companions of destiny. The kin is kin number 110. And so one of the best gifts that can be given to you is to be able to exercise full authority over your whole mind with all of its faculties and dimensions. Here's something else. The synchronistic human defined as someone who's able to be multidimensional while unifying energy from the synchronicities of natural time cycles towards the holonomic evolution of humanity, Mother Earth, and the galactic whole. We focus on in the Living Abundantly in the New Time sessions, prosperity with health, wellness, relationships, as well as finances in the new time. And we talk about in the new time because really the Gregorian calendar we've deemed to be obsolete as it relates to evolving from our physical body into our spiritual essence, into the energetic light body. We'll talk more about that later. I want to start with our declaration of evolution. I will say I and then say your name, and then hereby declare that I will. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will make evolution my number one priority. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will clear any karma associated with my existence once revealed. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will discover, carry out, and become my purpose. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare will remove any judgments that I have of myself and others. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will look for and remove any spiritual blockages or misalignments. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will end any cycles that do not support my evolutionary process. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will show compassion for all beings and all other species on the planet. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will be patient with my process and others going through their processes as well. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will be disciplined and focused when things get challenging, and they will get challenging. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will listen to my intuition and carry out its instructions when received. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will ultimately strive for self-mastery. Ashe and Ashe and Asheo, and so it is. All right, so we're in the yellow resonant seed year of targeted awareness and flowering. We have moved into the third phase, which is we're converting the action from our purpose and extending the rhythm into flowering itself. There's three things that we must do daily. We must access our cosmic memory circuits, resolve our internal conflicts, and live life abundantly in the new time. Very important that we keep that as our focus. As we bring ourselves into vibrational alignment, we must think and operate in new patterns to break the cycles of the past. Most of us are in a feedback loop from cycles of the past. Very important that we identify that and move forward. Be in this world, but not of this world, by the constant renewing of your mind. And so, therefore, we constantly must be creating new cycles for us and new patterns for us to follow. So we think in different patterns and get different results. Now, basically, we are synchronizing our brain with 3 dynamic cycles to help us evolve our consciousness.
May I have your attention, please? The library will close.
And so we're focused on the lunar cycles, which are 28 days apart, and they are 13 cycles a year. This tracks how long it takes the moon to revolve around the earth. And then we have the 260-day cycles, which kind of matches how long it took us to become from the spiritual world into the physical realm, from inception to incarnation. And then we track the solar cycles. This is the time it takes the earth to revolve around the sun. Now, when we synchronize that, not only does it give us the power to manifest on this planet, it also gives us the power to remember, to unwind the clock. And that's what we're here to do. As we remember through memory, we're able to access greater stages of consciousness and greater dynamic methods to operate spiritually in the body with. Okay, and that's what we're actualizing. So it's very important. So this is why we follow these different calendars. So the first calendar is the 13 moon calendar. So we're in the 9th cycle of 28, which is the solar moon, and we are on the 23rd plasma of this particular 28 plasma cycle. All right. We also are on Kin 110, which is the 110th expression of the Creator, and it falls in the realm of these 10 consecutive memory portals that we call the past portals. Many of you may have been enjoying some of the meditations that we've been having on that, but we're on the 110th expression, and each of these expressions show us a dynamic angle or angel for us to be able to evolve from and through. And so as we get deeper into how it works, it's very powerful to receive these insights from yourself. All right. Now, when we put the 2 calendars together, we now have what we call a synchronometer. All right. And it's a calendar, but it has 3 different dates on it. You can see that we have the date right here, the Gregorian date, right, which is the 29th. We also have the glyph here, which is the glyph for Kin 110. And then we have the 23rd plasma as well. When we synchronize that and that gets all activated by the radioplasma celli, we now are able to go into the imaginal realm and see different insights that can tap into this memory in higher states of consciousness to help us be more dynamic expressions. So very, very, very powerful. So on this plasma, we're on Kin 110, the white rhythmic dog, which states, I organize in order to love, balancing loyalty. I seal the process of heart with the rhythmic tone of equality. I am guided by the process of heart, my own power doubled. I organize in order to love, balancing loyalty. I seal the process of heart with the rhythmic tone of equality. I am guided by the process of heart, my own power doubled. One more time to lock it in. I organize in order to love, balancing loyalty. I seal the process of heart with the rhythmic tone of equality. I am guided by the process of heart, my own power doubled. And I am a galactic activation portal in order to love, balancing loyalty, heart, equality doubled. Enter me. And we find ourselves in this expression in the cycle of evolution to upgrade our life force energy through the serpent way spell. With that being the case, some upcoming announcements that we have in place is really paramount. First, the I am membership. If you're not an I am member, basically how it works, you get not only do you get to attend exclusive meetups and classes and things of that nature, you also get discounts on all the classes and the coaching. You can get up to 25% on the classes. In some cases, for the yearly annual memberships, you can get up to 50%. Also, what's unique about this is you get the law of time basics and all these different special type of recordings that we've done. You have access to those in the archives. But what I like most about this is that you just have access to all of the replays. Okay, so if for some reason you can't take notes or you couldn't get all the data, you can go back and re-listen to it over and over. Turn your car into a rolling university so that you can evolve faster. All right, so everybody wants to be an IM member. And on top of that, you get to contribute to the school, as well financially to keep it going. Also, every Sunday at 10:30, we do the Living Abundantly in a New Time session, where the power of lowering solar cycle for up until July the 25th. And so this is where we talk about how to live abundantly and prosper in the areas of health, wellness, and relationships. So you want to attend every Sunday. You want to make it your point to attend. And if you can't, definitely make sure that you're able to review the replays so that you can stay completely up to speed on what we're talking about, so we can all be evolving at the same pace. All right. Also, we have some powerful stuff coming up. We have the next time that we actually are going to have a group coaching. It's going to be on Ken 141. It's going to be on April the 29th is when we're going to be able to do that. So we're going to get together. We just had our last one on April the 1st. And so April the 29th, we'll be getting together on our group coaching. And this is really good. This is where we actually go and we tell you how to forecast what to expect in the up and coming moon cycle. So the next cycle will be the planetary moon. So we'll be able to, before we get into the moon, talk about what you should be focused on so you can maximize the your efforts and maximize what you're going to experience in that particular moon. Also, coming up in the summer term, we'll be doing our final phase of classes for this solar cycle, and it will begin on May the 29th and end July 17th. So we have natural time classes, 4D classes. We have the Holomind Perceiver, 5D classes, and some are introductory, some are intermediate courses, and then some are advanced. So you have to start at the beginning, and every time you go to the next level, the previous level is a prerequisite. We also will be reintroducing our telepathic remembrance group as well. And that will be a live class. We'll have 2 different ability groups. It's a lot of fun. This is our 4th season, so we'd love to have you inquire and be a part of that if you so choose. And the one-on-one synchronicity coaching. I think this is unique. So far, we've had over 1,500 sessions thus far in the last 6 to 7 years. And what's unique about it is not only is it coaching to help you get to a destination faster, but it also has part therapy in it to help you remove any blockages that could be impeding your progress. This is one of the most powerful things that we have going on, because when we can get you to focus on you, most of us are focused on someone else, and I focus on you, we're able to get to the destination twice as fast. So it's almost like one-on-one synchronicity expedition. We're expediting a process. And the past portals have been going on since Ken number 106, Wednesday, which is when we started. And so we're going to be going to Ken 113, April 3rd, and we're going to be airing a very powerful meditation called the Total Mind Recall at 4:41 a.m. and 4:41 p.m. every Ken and every plasma up until the portals are over on April the 3rd. All right. And so what we're going to be doing on next Sunday, right? Today is Kin 110. We're going to be on Kin 117, and it's going to be the 5th of April, what we call the Red Cosmic Earth. And we're going to talk about enduring evolution. Very good topic, because a lot of times we just think about the perk side of evolving, but there's a lot of changes and some challenges we have to overcome in order to do that. It's going to be a phenomenal session. Look forward to you taking advantage and being there. Follow us on social media, IG Neb _ Teharka. We on X at Teharka 81129. Facebook, Neb, you can look me up on Neb Teharka Kanish Kawak, TikTok, Synchronistic Human, and YouTube at Synchronistic Human 441. So take a snapshot of this so you can follow us, like, love, a heart, comment, and share. Okay, so that we can get more exposure for this message. Also, you're welcome to donate. You can donate at Cash App at $Bluestorm239. We also will place the link in PayPal. You can donate that way. And so that's a great way. If you can't take any classes or do anything right now, and you had a message that really touched you and it can help you advance, definitely take time and make a donation, because now you're donating to the Synchronistic Human, but you're also investing into yourself. And because it now can prosper, it's a seed. You see what I'm saying? It's a seed offering. So definitely thank you for those who have donated or who donate for this particular session. All right, so that's going to cut it for the announcements for now. We are truly and thoroughly excited about what we have coming up, and we look forward to all of you taking advantage of what we got going on. All right, so let's go ahead and continue, because what we're talking about today is guides and companions of destiny. Guides and companions of destiny. And in working with the energy of the white dog deals with love, loyalty, and compassion. Love, loyalty, and compassion. So therefore, it's very important that because of that we understand, how do we attract the right people that help support us in going to pursuing and attaining our galactic purpose on Earth. And so it's very important to understand and understand that one of the key things is just really how you see yourself. The first companion of destiny that you want to subscribe to or partner with or marry is yourself, the power of God in you. It's very important, because as you do that, the more that you show unconditional love for yourself, compassion for yourself, the more other people are going to do the same. And you're going to attract people that are like-minded and they're similar, and they see how you're operating within yourself, and now they want to operate in the same. So companions of destiny are just people who are there to help you, support you, carrying out your purpose. And so this is what you want to construct as your inner circle. Now, you have to be very discreet and very pinpointed on being clear about removing your emotions out of the equation and see who really isn't there for you for your purpose. They're there for their purpose. And it doesn't mean that you got to hate them. Some of these people you love, some of them you might characterize them as selfish, or somebody that could be narcissistic or whatever, but you want to remove the judgment and you want to just say, this individual really is more about themselves than helping me to reach my heights, my purpose, and clear up the things that I need to clear up. So now that takes a certain kind of focus. So you don't want to put all your eggs in that basket. What you want to do is find the synergies that you have with them and keep a very limited interaction and approach. You can still help them. You can still pray for them. You can still meditate with them. You can still help them move and do some of these different things where they need help. But you do not put all your energy and emphasis on it, because it will take you off track for your mission. It will take you off track for your purpose. All right. So very, very, very important to note. All right. So I want to read to you a little bit about what it says about the white dog, because it's very powerful. The affirmation for the white dog is one heart, love, loyalty, and companions of destiny. Okay, very important here that the dog is the creature that loves with an open heart. Give him or her your care and affection, and he or she will be a loyal companion for life. Dogs love without limitation or expectation. He or she reminds us that love begins in our own hearts with self love and self acceptance, and then naturally expands outward to be shared with others. Just think about that for a second. Wow. Think about it. I just thought about that. It's amazing how it expands to others. That's why I said you got to start with yourself. Now, what happens is the people that we have in most of our lives, they are a reflection of the lack of love that we have for self. And then we criticize and judge them. And so from this perspective, when we have those type of people in our lives, we want to thank them because it's showing a frequency that we're emitting from the inside out that we need to adjust and adapt for. And that's exactly what we do to help ourselves evolve past it. When we are content in ourselves, we become a living example of the embodiment of unconditional love. Love which encompasses all beings without discrimination, right? Practice compassion and loyalty to your principles. Open your heart, embrace the hearts of all. See them as one unified entity in resonance with the crystal heart core of our planet. So your heart, right, for yourself turns in a heart and love for humanity as the planet loves the inhabitants of the planet, all the species on the planet. Where your heart meets your heart, where your heart meets my heart, there's only one heart. So when you're talking about unions of marriage and partnerships and things of this nature, there's only one heart. There's not mine and yours. So what you have is you have your heart and my heart, and their companion. They merge together to create a pyramid or a triangle, and this becomes the one heart on how we operate. They merge together. Very, very, very powerful. And so you want to start, we're probably going to do a part two to this session because you want to start by jotting down all the things that you would be a good companion for you, that would be a good companion for you, right? But, right, all the things that would be a good companion that will mark the ideas that would be a good companion of you, you want to already be those things or be becoming those things so that you attract those people. That's what you really want to do. Because remember, this is from the perspective that we are creating, that our life is a holographic projection of mind. And what it means is, well, if it's a projection, where is it projecting from? Your heart, right? You have a self-image and an imagination. And when that downloads and is received in your heart, right now it gets expressed outwardly, and you attract these certain circumstances into your life. And this is really how we get a chance to see who is who, and we start with us. And what's amazing is that when we fix us, the people and the circumstances change just from us making adjustments in us. They they may or may not stay in your reality, but if they do stay in your reality, they change. And that's what's very powerful about guides and companions of destiny. And so a lot of times, let's talk about guides. Guides sometimes are tricky because oftentimes, whether it's our intuition that's guiding us or we have a master teacher, someone that we trust is guiding us, a lot of times they're coming from a higher perspective. They're coming from a higher state of consciousness than what we're already operating from. So when we ask them for help, oftentimes they're going to offer methodologies that may be a little bit more difficult than we want to deal with, more challenging than we want to deal with. And so it's very powerful when we can challenge ourselves, because now we're challenging ourselves to remember a greater aspect of ourselves. That's why we created the guide. And then once we do, the challenge becomes our gift. Very, very, very powerful stuff. So this is how you want to operate in lieu of and as it pertains to companions of destiny. I'm going to read what it says about the compassionate one. This is very powerful, which is also known as the white dog, or oak is the spiritual name. What it says is, I am the compassionate one, coded by the white dog. 10 is my number complete. I am the ageless comforter, the loyal one. Love is my law. Wise am I in the ways of empathetic knowing. From my two hands, I radiate, right? From my two hands, I radiate the power. And so this is just so powerful. I radiate goodwill, right? To what? All, reason why I pause, all beings. That means all the species on the planet. Just think about the power. Because this is how you get the kingdoms and nature and the power of synchronicity to work on your behold. To all beings and all kingdoms, I raise my right hand, palm open and free. No secrets in me. In the absence of fear, there is nothing to hide. All heart, patience, and kindness. This is the deepest, all pervading, universal wisdom. Nothing exists that is not an expression of this all embracing love. And it starts with us. For love is the manifest power of compassion. And then compassion is a compass. To know me is to remember that love is the light that holds the dreaming together. And so just following that for yourself makes a difference, let alone attracting other individuals that have that same light. Today's supermental access of the Holomind perceiver complements of uh, kin number 38, Brother Akil, Baba Akil Sharif. The second heptad gate is the radioplasma celi that we saw on the calendar earlier, and it activates the kin expression, right? And the chakra together opens up a paradigm called the second mental sphere. This is also labeled as the sub or unconscious mind. So listen to what it says about this. The sub and unconscious is a sphere that contains conditioned and acquired thought reflexes. This is the repository of rejected conscious stimuli, many a times from judgment. So even though it's rejected, it's still holding an energy, an engram, or a trigger to affect you later. So we have to talk about clearing those things up. And of the automatic derived complexes perceived as reality, those are illusions because they can change. The unconscious also contains material that once had been conscious but now been repressed. Okay, so very, very, very powerful. So now instead of repressing it, we're going to unpress it and allow it. We're not going to force it. So on the Hollow Mind Perceiver chart, this is we're going to blow this up so we can really see this very clearly. There are 3 activations here. You see the yellow symbol here, the red cross, and you see the pyramid inside of this green box. And you see this black dot. So there's 4 activations in the sub and unconscious area. So if you touch the right front of your brain or your head, that's where your sub and unconscious is. Now the hollow mind perceiver is imprinted. The ideal of it is imprinted into the code of the corpus callosum, right? It's telepathically imprinted and it projects an overlay of the brain so you can see the different thought impulses of the universe and the cosmos where where you're able to access it in your own brain, in your own mind. That's why this is significant. So in lieu of this, there's 4 activations, and we need to pay a great deal of focus on our subconscious mind and how it works, because many a time we're conscious, but we're working against the subconscious, and so therefore we end up suffering or going without. All right. All right. So, in wrapping up, take advantage of these portals. All right. If you're not already an IM member, and I highly recommend, one of the things that I recommend that people do is upgrade to the annual membership. It really is not because it costs more money. It does cost more upfront, but over a year period, the average cost per moon is less. But more importantly, it's a commitment. And if you make a year commitment to really do this consistently, you're going to be more successful than if it's choppy throughout the year. Does that make sense? So just think about that just for a second as we move forward. And of course, we want to quantum leap into the new time with the new mind, with love and compassion. I organize in order to love, balancing loyalty. I seal the process of heart with the rhythmic tone of equality. I am guided by the process of heart, my own power doubled. I organize in order to love, balancing loyalty. I seal the process of heart with the rhythmic tone of equality. I am guided by the process of heart, my own power doubled. One more time to lock it in. I organize in order to love, balancing
Have your
loyalty.
attention, please.
I organize in order to love, balancing loyalty. I seal the process of heart with the rhythmic tone of equality. I am guided by my own power double. And I am a galactic activation portal in order to love, balancing loyalty, process of heart, tone of equality, doubled. Enter me. All right, we did it. So, on behalf of the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment and all of its faculty and staff, I want to thank you for listening, all of the students, and all of you. We truly have an incredible opportunity here to advance ourselves in ways that the higher institutions of learning do not support us in. And so we are thrilled about that. And so I would like to say, in Lakesh means I am another you. Alakim means you are another me. Hotep, Hetipu, and Namaste. And remember, evolution is the solution. This is going to conclude our session. And so, therefore, stick in the memory portals, right, of total mind recall and access your best version of yourself. Enjoy your creation. Thanks for watching. Peace.